Whoa. Wait, shutting down the whole program and restarting it is what works?
It's like, that's the only thing you ever need to do.
I guess they have the audacity to do it.
Where's our Emmy? Where's our Streamy Award, guys, for a joke like that?
Don't they have, like, awards for...
Yeah, Streamies.
Streamies, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's coffee break!
We've returned after 2 weeks of our...
2 weeks vacation? In quotations.
It was so unfun.
It was like, you really know how much you miss it once you step away from it for a while.
You know, the first week, I was like, not bad.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
And then, when last Monday came around,
it was like,
I just was like, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah, we just kind of sat around and watched TV, and it was like, oh, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Oh.
Yeah, so I missed you guys. I missed doing coffee break.
Come here.
I don't plan on taking another break for a while.
No.
Even during these holidays. I think this is going to be actually more fun.
What are you chewing on?
But, Very Bottom Productions has received a special gift of a brand new member of the family.
We do. It's been a while. It's happened.
We are no longer 3 strong, but 4 strong.
Yeah. We got, if you heard me muttering in the background there, we got a new doggo.
A little baby.
A big dumb baby.
He's gross.
He is very gross.
And ugly, but so cute and sweet.
Mm-hmm. He's at that stage where he's just going around and just finding everything he's not supposed to chew and wants to chew on it.
Including my nose.
Yes. He also, he ruined one of the, like, plugins for a lamp I had.
Yep.
But I was able to fix it. We had a replacement, fortunately.
So the story goes that after the last coffee break, the Wednesday, the day after the last coffee break,
Yeah.
I went out to my car to go get my thermos so I can fill it up with coffee before I go to work.
Yeah.
And I walked by one of my neighbor's places, and there was a bag of trash, and I saw this little brown puppy digging away, sniffing, trying to figure out something to do with it. He had no collar on.
Nope.
I knew he was a boy because he has 1/3 of the parts.
Yeah, he seems to be fixed.
And he looked at me and I looked at him, and I was like, "Come on."
Yeah, and he just followed you home.
And he followed me to the car. We got the thermos, and then I just took him back home.
Yep.
And I called Critter.
Yep.
And she came out, and we brought him inside.
Yeah, I spent the day just sitting around in silence, listening to see if anyone was calling for him. Like
He was sick.
The area, he was sick. He was snotty and coughy, and just you could tell he was just sleeping all day. During that time, that day and the next week after, I was just constantly checking local like Facebook or whatever, just
I
places.
check them too.
Yeah, places that's missing dogs, and watch and whatnot. Nothing. No missing poster signs. No one calling for them. Nothing.
Yep. And we took him to the vet.
We did.
And we found out he's not chipped.
Nope.
He is definitely neutered. He's recently neutered, which is kind of weird because he still has the skin of the sack, but no testicles.
Yeah.
And what else about him? He's a boxer.
He is.
He's
might be mixed.
He's a boxer with a little bit, definitely pitbull.
Yeah. He's got a big old egg head.
Yep. And I decided to name him Aegon.
Woo! Yeah! It's a good name.
After, the Targaryens of Game of Thrones.
Yep. I love it because I call him Ego. I call him Ego Waffle. I call him Eggman. I call him Dr. Robotnik. I call him Eggy.
Yep. So if you want to know how deep and disturbing my nerdiness goes besides this podcast,
yes,
it's naming conventions of my sons. They're not my pets, they are my children.
Yep.
And the original Mr. Squishy Joe. His real name is Bartholomew.
Yep.
If you were with us early enough, I think I explained this back in like 2020.
Yeah.
But to reiterate, his name is Bartholomew Allen.
Yep.
After Barry Allen, the Flash.
Yeah.
And we now have Aegon Snow. I wanted to name him Targaryen. Critter shot that down.
Nope. I'll go with Aegon, but I want to be able to spell it.
I can spell Aegon.
And I like Jon Snow.
Well, Jon Snow is my favorite character also.
Yeah.
Which Jon Snow is not actually his real name. His real name is Aegon.
Yeah, so it all worked out.
He is Aegon Targaryen.
Yeah.
One of 3?
That we know of.
When I look at the family... We'll get into this, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he is the actual true... There's 2 real Aegons. There's Aegon the Conqueror, and then there's the Aegon the Unifier.
Yeah.
And Jon Snow is the Unifier.
Yeah. So
if that is his title, I don't know.
I don't know if they ever gave him one, because...
Well, his whole purpose is to use fire to fight the ice. That was the prophecy.
A vague-ass prophecy, I will say.
Oh, yeah. So was Harry Potter.
Spoiler... That prophecy was dumb. I thought it was so
Dude,
dumb.
it's so vague.
They brought, like, there's a prophecy. When are we going to bring this up? Like, halfway through the 5th book... Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about it as if this has been a big important thing the whole time, and the Death Eaters really wants it.
My favorite part is after they do all that, right?
Yeah.
They explain what happened to Neville's parents. Because the thing is, why is Neville with Harry? If you've only watched the movies, or if you watched the movies and read some books, and skipped certain books like I did.
Yeah.
There he is, yeah. He's very loud.
He's snorty. A little grumbly.
He's in good health, though. He loves to sleep in between us.
We mentioned he got sick when we found him, or he was sick when we found him. He's gotten better.
Yep.
He's all fine and healthy, runs around, still is working on getting potty trained.
True. He pees everywhere. He's peed on me a lot.
Yep. It's a good old defense mechanism of, I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm confused. Mm-hmm. And then he doesn't understand that the thing that he's in trouble for is peeing. So then he pees more.
So anyways, Harry Potter, the most convoluted thing to me about that prophecy... Mm-hmm. Welcome back to Coffee Break. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
We're just going to be crazy.
Yeah, bouncing around, doing our thing.
Oh, the new goal, now that we've come back... Boys, play nice.
Jeez.
There's a lot of other noises that I cannot control.
Yeah, today's going to be a weird sounding podcast.
Of course, we've got the 2 doggos with us. Mm-hmm. We've got the air running.
There's also a storm.
And there is a giant storm happening.
Yeah, so just... It's Coffee Break. This is what you signed up for.
Yeah. I wish it was better than that, but that's what we got right now, so we're going to kick it live. I love when he sprawls out his back legs like he's a human.
Yeah.
He's got his cute little butt cheeks out.
He moves like human a lot, especially when he's sleeping.
I'm not trying to be sexual towards the dog, but he's got some nice butt cheeks.
He's got a cute little booty. His hair, like, curls at, like, perfect points on his butt.
It's so nice to just slap his ass and be like, you're in trouble, and you just hear that whoosh.
Harry Potter. Neville.
Yeah. So speaking of slapping butt cheeks.
No, that's the wrong version.
No. Rowling.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Hey.
If you like this content, please subscribe.
You can leave a comment.
Like it.
We're also on Anchor.
We're on Anchor. Both of our podcasts are on Anchor. So if you're on the go and you want to listen instead of having to watch YouTube, you can find us there.
It also works on Spotify as well.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
She definitely retcons a lot of stuff in the 5th book.
Yeah, you can tell, like, she did not think of any of this shit beforehand.
And then you find out that Harry and Neville are born on the same day.
Yeah.
And the Death Eaters were like, oh, well, it could be one or the other. So Bellatrix went off to go ruin Neville's life horrifically. Yeah. Didn't even kill his parents.
No.
She used the Crucio.
And she didn't even get him either.
Tortured them.
Let's just, hands down, Bellatrix completely failed. and her mission. She did not succeed in killing anyone that she was supposed to be killing.
If she had successfully killed Neville, right?
Yeah.
Neville wouldn't have been able to have that badass moment in Hogwarts where he pulls out the Sword of Gryffindor and beheads Nagini.
Yeah, Neville was very important in law.
That would have been the last Horcrux that would have kept Voldemort alive. Voldemort.
No.
The T is silent.
No, it has never been silent.
Okay, let's play this game.
No, we're not going to play this game.
We're going to play this game.
No.
And this is a fun game. How do you pronounce a place where you can eat all the food you want?
Like a restaurant?
Yes, but I'm talking about a certain...
Oh, you mean buffet?
So, how do you spell buffet?
So, is there a vowel or a consonant before the T at the end there?
There is a vowel.
Yeah.
But it's French.
And is Voldemort French?
Yes.
When?
She said so.
When?
She said so.
She's also transphobic, so I don't take anything she says to heart.
Okay, I'm not... No, don't bring that shit in.
Well, I'm not gonna trust her word on anything. She also, retconned a bunch of shit. She's like, yeah, they don't have working bathrooms and plumbing, so they just shit all over the hallways. And everyone's like, you don't need to ruin your own franchise like this.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, she was like, the birds just shit everywhere. She was, really into just, making the Wizarding World sound way worse.
Okay, so, what's been going on with you, man?
Not much. What do you mean?
Well, you got something cool going on with, Judgmental
yeah.
Critter.
I got a sponsorship in a video. Yay!
Yay!
I was proud of it. It was easier than I expected. So I'll explain it for some people because I don't know how many people understand it. It's not like they reach out to me. You have to reach out to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they agreed. They're like, yeah.
And we are not sponsored here on this podcast.
No.
But I would like to just say their name, Shark VPN.
That's not what they're called at all. It's called Surfshark.
I am so sorry, guys.
No wonder we're not sponsored here.
It's coffee break. Who would sponsor us?
One day.
The GOP. Anyways. Again, jokes. We only make jokes. We like to... This is a safe place to have fun and just enjoy. Okay? Mm-hmm. But no, congratulations on your sponsorship. I'm very excited to use it. Me, personally, I am excited to use it just to do all the international kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And also, really, football.
I know, yeah.
American football.
That's all you really care about is the football.
Weird season right now, but I don't think many of you guys watch football.
It's just started, so there's not much to really say. It's been, 3 weeks? If even?
4.
Oof.
We're in the 4th week.
Ugh. Already?
We've had that dog for almost a month.
That's crazy. That's hard to,
It's been 2 weeks since we've done this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, why I said the GOP as a joke is because I am sick and tired of watching all those... Sorry, the dogs are fighting.
Boys, sit. Sit.
The reason why I made that joke and remark is because I'm tired of watching all these advertisements. Because we're in the midterm elections. It's driving me insane.
All the political ads. Ugh.
I honestly, at this point, you can have any of your opinions, fine, sure. But I'm just trying to watch a game. I'm just trying to watch a TV show. I'm just trying to watch a YouTube video.
And it's the only thing. It's completely it's like one ad, political ad. The second, a political ad. The third one, a political ad. And then the fourth one will be like some rheumatoid arthritis or something commercial. And it's just non-stop ads for politics. And it's so obnoxious because it's like that's not how you're supposed to get votes. by making nasty little commercials, being like, so-and-so is a piece of shit, and they said they don't like your mom.
It's a smear campaign after a smear campaign, and it's just, stop. Why don't you just start saying actual facts?
It's gotten to the point where, and this happened a long time ago for me, was, I was like, I don't know who I would vote for, because literally all I know about all these people is the worst aspects about them. Because it's just all smear campaign. It's never, here's what I do, because I'm good. It's, I'm good because that person's bad. It's like, well, what do you do? What are you saying? It's all lies anyway. They all just talk out their ass.
So ultimately, in the end, what I was doing there was just making a joke. I'm tired and sick and...
That's,
I'm so done with it. I can't even say the phrase correctly. I'm sick and tired of it.
And I wonder when, you can tell politicians are all crusty old pieces of shit, because this isn't going to convince the young voters to go and choose them during the election.
Yep.
If young voters are looking at these ads and thinking how stupid they are, how stupid these people look. Young voters are the ones going onto actual websites and actually looking into everything these politicians do and say.
Yeah.
And they're the ones fucking, doxing their social security numbers and whatnot.
That is a funny thing.
I do really like that. That is funny. I think, yeah.
So, aside from jokes...
Yeah.
It's finally October.
It is.
We did it. We made it this far.
To the best season. Woohoo! It's October.
It's not the best season.
It's the best. I know you think different.
Look, Halloween for me died when it was 2010.
Specific. What happened?
I waited at home while everyone else left to go trick-or-treating. And I was like, I'll take care of any trick-or-treaters that come to that door. And nobody came.
You lived out in the middle of nowhere.
And nobody came.
Who's gonna go trick-or-treating way out there?
But I remember the night, October 31st, 2010.
Oh, I know why you remember this day.
It was actually a really cool thing that happened. It was the first episode of Walking Dead.
A very good first episode.
Which, by the way, this last Sunday,
yeah,
they began to air the third and final part of season 12 of The Walking Dead.
Oh, shit.
It will conclude in the next few weeks. Guys, stop.
Are you gonna watch it binge the whole season once it's done? Or are you gonna watch it weekly?
I figured I'd watch an episode tonight.
Nice. I gave up on The Walking Dead a while ago.
Most people did.
It got real dumb.
The fact that I've made it this far is resilient of me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I'll ever do this again with another TV show.
Just the whole, over 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Not like everyone else where they're like, oh, Dragon Ball Z. Like, I read the manga, and then I watched the show, and I got into the movies.
Yeah.
And then I made GT, and I just watched those, and I thought they were amazing. And it all ended, and I was like, cool. And then years later, they came out with Super. I can't stand Dragon Ball Super. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It is hard, it's especially because you're a kid. I remember as a kid, an episode where nothing happens was no big deal. But now as an adult, as I'm sitting there, it's like, oh, this episode was pointless. Why did I watch it? I wasted my time watching it.
Yeah. And I feel there's definitely a point where you're not welcome back for a while.
Mm-hmm. I'm in the trenches with it now with Ruby, as you know.
Yes, and Ruby deserves to be shot down.
Oh, Ice Queendom finished up.
The Ice Queen finished?
It's the...
Congratulations.
That anime season, it finished. It's done. It was okay. It's whatever. They just keep trying to redo the same season of Ruby, but in different art styles.
Yeah. Yeah, they've come out of... Well, they've run out of ideas.
Yeah, I can't stand all the comments of, Ruby needs a reboot. They just need to start over and do a reboot. I'm like, no. Just end it. Finish it first before you start talking about fucking reboots. My God.
Usually before you do a reboot, at least for Hollywood terms, you can see that they'll do a attempt to make a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to point out this week that Fox, 20th Century Studios, has announced a fourth Planet of the Apes film.
Oh, yeah, this.
called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And nobody wants this.
No.
Nobody.
No one even liked the last few.
And I don't know how many of them he directed.
Who? Matt Reeves?
Yeah, Matt Reeves, who directed the Batman. He's not attached to direct this one because he's busy with the Batman.
Well, who wants to? You know?
Whole new cast and crew. Whatever.
I've seen the original, very original one from like the 80s or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
It does not need a sequel. It does not need a prequel. It doesn't need anything.
Aren't there like 5 movies after it?
There's...
And then Tim Burton tried to reboot it with Marky Mark.
Yeah, there's so many fucking... And it's like... And the appeal, like the charm of it, does not stand up to the test of time. You know, what if the monkeys took over? Whoa, what if it looked like we reverted back, but really it's the monkeys? Okay, wow, what a good concept. It was real great back in the 80s. Nowadays, it's not really.
So, Hollywood will do that before they reboot it, right?
Yeah.
You know the best way I can actually bring up a good modern example of when it's far too long to bring a sequel in, but it's wrong to do a reboot?
What?
Because you change everything? What if you made a sequel reboot to a beloved classic and just choke on it?
Are you talking about...
Hocus Pocus 2.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. No, it's horrific.
You went from being like, it's okay, to absolutely hating it in
So,
like 2 days.
Initially watching it, yeah, okay, whatever. It's a Disney film. I thought the Sanderson sisters, the actresses who portray them, did a great job of coming back.
Yeah.
Billy was probably my favorite part.
Billy was fun.
The guy who plays Gilbert, comic relief,
Lot
got
of fun.
way too much time.
He did.
But he is entertaining.
Yes.
Another character that I liked was the boyfriend.
Yeah.
I want to say Max, but it's not Max.
It was some like Charlie
like
or
Cody
something.
or something.
Yeah, just some regular all-American white boy name.
Fine. The mayor.
Yep, also fun. Really, everyone other than our 3 main leading girls, they were not that charming or memorable.
So I got a few problems with Hocus Pocus 2. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't care.
Oh, spoilers, ooh.
Ooh, it's the spooky season of spoilers. Sanderson sisters come back because Gilbert created a black flame candle.
Yes.
Right.
And how do you make a black flame candle?
The fat of a hanged man.
So, yeah, and it's not like a one-off line he says. He's like, it was a lot of trouble making that, don't ask. And I was like, sitting there thinking about it, I'm like, oh, how do you make it? And I looked it up, I'm like, oh, he's a murderer. He's murdered somebody.
Anyways, the sisters get resurrected.
Yeah.
After being destroyed in 1993.
Yeah.
So it's 29 years later. I'm just going to round up and say 30. And when the girls summon them, right, or resurrect them, you could see the ground open with red light shining.
Yep.
And actually, if you watch it, it makes a vertical line and then forks off into 3 different prongs.
Like
I noticed these things. It's a pitchfork,
Yeah.
right? They came from hell.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yes.
At the end, with the Sanderson sisters, they, like, redeem them, and not even truly redeem them. They're like, oh, they were just sisters that are misunderstood, and
you're meant to.
I should absolve you of all your pain.
Yeah, it's you're meant to feel bad about it. It's especially because we just rewatched Hocus Pocus really recently,
which is a totally different film.
Yes, Max, Danny, and Allison throughout Hocus Pocus.
Don't forget the other one.
Thackeray Binks.
Binks is a huge part.
It's the Sanderson sisters are villains. They spend the entire movie trying to kill them.
Pure evil.
Yeah.
That is the point.
Yes. And in this one, it's really clear someone watched that movie as a kid and was like, they're my favorites. And then they made their fan fiction reality.
So then our main characters who are in high school, who they are definitely not in high school.
Yeah, like Becca, Cindy, and
whatever.
I don't know.
Darla.
Fifi, I don't know. Like, again, just
they're
generic.
barely in the movie.
Just generic white girl names.
And one of them has witch's power. Witching powers.
Which is so dumb.
Witchcraft.
Like, she can do magic stuff. And it's like, but why?
Because when we see... And I thought about this too. Winfried, right? When she's the only one who actually uses magic. Have you ever noticed that? Mm-hmm. Even in the first one, she's the one who can throw fireballs or use lightning and control where you go or change things.
You could like the most magical thing the others do is the one
Sarah
sings and then the other one can sniff out children.
Yeah, she could also magically appear by sniffing them out.
Yes.
But that's about it. And they can all ride on whatever utensil they want.
On cleaning utensils. I did like the Roombas. I thought that was cute. I liked that she called them her broomies. They were cute. They were fun because I was like, oh, we did this gimmick where they go flying off on not brooms. What are they gonna do this time? And then I saw the Roombas. I'm like, you got me. I wasn't expecting that one.
So I cringed hard right there, and
I gotta give it where it has it. There's not many for this movie.
Anyways, first night, I was like, yeah, fine. Next morning, started mulling it over, and I was like, why is the second one all about they're a coven? And dude, don't come at me and tell me which covens are all about a thing. Yes, I understand that point of this black magic lore, superstition. But Hocus Pocus, the original, had nothing to do with it. They were sisters, not a coven.
It really does. And that's something it made me think about with like all these like weird reboot, sequel, whatevers that's coming out. All of them is just fan fiction. They all feel exactly like somebody's fan fiction.
Yep.
And you can just tell some person sat there and went, and I was secretly a witch too, and I was friends with the Sanderson sisters. Post to fanfiction.net. Bam.
So,
yeah.
In Hocus Pocus 2, sorry, I have a lot going on.
Those
I'm trying
big
to catch
pauses
up.
of silence.
It's just a million meters of just hate.
It's just you trying to formulate a word.
Yes, because I'm actually kind of upset. Not as upset as I usually am, but I'm going to try and formulate this into somewhat way of hearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before it's caustic. Anyways. The sisters back in the Pilgrim age is what, 1600s, 1700s, whatever. We can throw numbers, whatever. And there's this weird bird, raven thing with the red feathers, which is Mother Witch or Witch Mother.
Yeah.
I have dyslexia in a mild form.
I don't remember, their mother who was witch.
And you brought it up in the first one. They say mother, and then they say master, and then the guy dressed as Satan shows up. Mm-hmm. They're witches.
I get it.
And then she tells them, at least you have each other, and don't use this spell, because a witch's coven's everything. And if you have seen the movie, then you know how important that is, because they didn't actually connect them. You have to be an adult and actually figure that out on your own, which was really piss poor storytelling.
Also, just I really hate plot lines where it's like, we could have avoided all of this if one person just wasn't obtuse.
Well,
if you just explain yourself.
Here's the thing. Let's talk about Hocus Pocus, the 1993 film.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah.
And Danny,
Yep.
his sister,
Yeah.
move. They move from L.A. to Salem, Massachusetts.
Yep.
Max is a horny teenager who's kind of cool but kind of loserish.
Yeah. Like he's cool enough to like have his own drum set, and he bikes home from school, and he has that I don't want to attitude. But he's also enough of a loser where he can't get bitches.
And Danny's just a girl who likes antagonizing her big brother because they just have each other.
Yes.
And then he's got this crush on the hot girl in the school, Allison, right? And in order to impress Allison, he makes a deal with Danny.
Are we gonna like?
No. So basically, Allison's mom used to work for the museum for the Sanderson sisters, and then they break in and they think it's so cool. And Max is like, "I'll light the black flame candle, right?" Yeah. And then the Sanderson sisters come back, right? Then we're introduced to Thackeray Binks as a cat.
Okay.
Right? Again, Danny has two big brother models. Yeah. She has Thackeray, who's like a fairy godfather kind of thing going on.
A little bit, yeah.
And then you got Max, who's trying to stop these evil witches, and you have this cool moment where this team of 4 are trying to stop evil witches who have seduced all the adults in the town of Salem and lured all the children in to suck their souls dry.
Yes. They are villains.
Max has taken multiple turns trying to kill them.
Yeah.
Even resurrecting a zombie.
Yes.
Right? You go to the next one, Hocus Pocus 2, all of that is lost.
It's a lot of, like, futzing around fluff kind of thing. Like, ooh, the witches are in a Walgreens. Ho, ho, ho. The witches are gonna do another fucking song and dance number, but way worse. Sorry, Beth Midler, you don't have it in you anymore. They're hilarious, more just witches in modern day getting things confused.
Well, that was the whole gimmick there.
Well, it was 99%. There was no, like, besting them. There was, like, the most the new crew did to best the Sanderson sisters was throw salt around. That was their go-to gimmick, was to just fucking launch salt everywhere, so the Sandersons
Which
couldn't get to
again,
them.
Allison did also.
Yeah, but they did it once. And then they didn't repeat that 900 times throughout the whole movie, so it lost its charm.
I'm just saying that Max and Thackeray were much better main characters than our main characters, because there was an actual motive behind what they're doing.
Yeah, they seem to care.
And that was the whole thing. They were trying to save and stop the evil.
Yeah.
While our new main characters, I can't remember their names.
One was named Becca. I don't even remember which one was named Becca.
But it just falls between. It's so dumb.
And they have a third one who, like, is, oh, we don't know if we're friends anymore, and that plotline goes absolutely, it boils down to, we wanted you to hang out. Well, I wanted to hang out with you, but we didn't talk to each other. Bleh. Wow, what a great fucking plot point. And they spend the entire rest of the movie being, like, catching her up, and so they're just repeating the plot points we just saw in this not very long movie.
Actually, it's an hour and 42 minutes, and you probably spend 20 of that with your main characters.
You spent, and another 20 of it watching Beth Midler sing and dance.
I was fine with that.
I don't know, I just
want to know why she knows heart songs.
You could just, you could just feel they were floundering to fill some screen time.
Yeah.
Like that, whatever your 15-page long fan fiction wasn't enough to make a full movie out of.
So the movie Hocus Pocus 2 leaves the open
like I might get a third one.
A third one, so let's campaign to destroy this thought and reboot it. Okay.
Just leave it alone. You
okay, hold on.
Redo every classic.
Look, we're already halfway through this. Halloween movies. What's your favorite Halloween movie?
My favorite Halloween movie?
Yep. We did this last year. But do you remember I talked about Saw?
I do remember you talking about Saw, yeah.
Yep.
It's hard to, like, narrow down my favorite, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Hocus Pocus.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah,
The salt makes sense.
You also know some of my other favorites?
Huh.
Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That one I don't count too often because I will also use it for Christmas.
Yeah, I would consider that more a Christmas movie than a Halloween movie.
Don't Look Under the Bed.
Oh, I don't think I ever watched
Mom's
that.
Got a Date with a Vampire.
Okay. Yep, yeah, that was a good one.
These are good ones. They're all Disney.
Disney classics are good. They had real...
The 90s Disney movies were dark.
They had creativity back then.
They got, like... You're like, oh yeah, the good guys always win. But then, like, the bad guy was like... I'll take her virginity. And then we just don't talk about it again.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
just,
what the hell?
Just say outlandish things. I think another thing, back in the day, it was a lot of some guys just hanging out in a back room, staring at, like, a pile of cardboard, glue, and polyester, going, how can I make this look like a head exploding? And then they'd figure it out. Like, the practical effects were always so much more interesting and also visceral and gory than any fucking CG. Like, I was disappointed the book in Hocus Pocus 2, its eye was CG. And yeah, it looked fine, but I liked it better when I could tell that was a real prop that could open and close its eye. Like some animatronic or some shit.
Yep, book. It's just called Book.
Book.
Okay. So, what's your favorite Halloween?
I don't know if I have a favorite. I don't know if I can narrow it down.
Okay, well, those who can actually respond and comment.
Yeah. What's
Tell us yours.
favorite?
I think, we're going to do 12 nights of Halloween.
Yeah, we said something about that. Yeah.
The real big one's going to be Christmas. But for Halloween, let's have fun.
Yeah.
Next up is Ghost Adventures.
Everyone's favorite terrible ghost show.
Because we're going to kick off October and we're going to talk about some stuff. So every year, Ghost Adventures has been around for, 20 years, 15 years?
27 seasons or something like that?
Every time they do half a season in the summer, take a long hiatus, and then when it's Halloween time, they're like, oh yeah, here's a 2-hour special.
Bad. It's all so bad. I tweeted about it the other day, because we watched their 2-hour special for this new season.
Devil's Den?
Yeah, something like that. I can't keep going back to, what's the one they did last time?
Oh.
The one that was really cringy?
Goldfield?
Yeah. And it's just the same thing. Zach he pretends to get possessed, and then he sits there and shouts and yells at them, and then the other guys get fucking pissed off, and then, like, voiceover Zach is like, I don't know what came over me, but suddenly I'm filled with rage, and it seems the same spirit that's making me angry is also making Billy angry, as Billy's like, can you fucking stop being a dick? And there's always a shot of someone's hand clenching into a fist perfectly in frame.
I want to point this out to the listeners. You sounded like a weird hybrid of Zach and Chills.
Chills?
Did not like that.
Nice. That's my Zach impression.
Number 1.
Number 4.
If you look.
No, I hate Ghost Adventures. It's so boring and bad. Last year it was really cringy, where a whole ass man sat there cross-legged on the floor and pretended to actually have a whole fucking demon speaking through him.
That shit was funny.
In full fucking sentences.
You want to see the worst improv ever?
Yeah.
Go watch that.
Oh, and you can tell it's all improv, but Zach is the type of improv guy to, like, make it all about him. And so that's why he's always the one who gets possessed and it randomly gets angry in the middle of the night.
Well, how does a gazelle graze?
Are you quoting something?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand.
Middleditch and Schwartz.
I don't remember the rest of the punchline. I remember the bit, but I don't remember how.
Dude, that's all you need to know is the bit.
I don't.
Okay.
Sorry, you're too obtuse for me sometimes.
I'm not fat.
Is that the answer?
No, you said I'm obtuse.
That's.
I'm not fat.
Oh, I see. You're trying to make another joke.
Okay, House of Dragon. We haven't seen the new episode, but as of right now.
Wait, didn't we? No.
No, there was a new one yesterday.
Damn. We keep, like, missing the days new episodes come out. And then we go back, oh, we never watched Great British Bake Off either. I know what we're doing tonight. Forget your Walking Dead. We gotta watch British people make cookies.
Okay, House of Dragon. It's getting good. The episode we saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
And next week when we do Coffee Break, we'll be catched up.
We say that, but we've gone back on our word before.
Well, I got lazy because I didn't have to do the Coffee Break.
True. That makes sense. Yeah, the one, not the most recent one if you're listening to this on time.
There's no time skip yet.
Yeah.
That was weird. I like the production value of the show.
Yeah.
The political movements, again, I like, but I'm also very confused.
What are you confused about? You mentioned this before. What are you confused about?
Fairies? Viserys? Viserys and Yotheris?
I don't know who you're talking about.
So the new hand.
Yes. Lloyd.
And then
or Leon.
His lamed son.
Yeah, he has two. Okay, I never knew he had a second son until the most recent. Until, like, we watched this.
No. We met the lamed one long before.
But I didn't know he had another one.
Which is Rhaenyra's fuck buddy.
Yeah,
And
I thought.
See, 2 weeks and I learned her name.
Nice. I thought the one that's her fuck buddy was the one with the limp, and he had just gotten over his limp somehow. And I was like, well, that's an interesting story. I wonder how that happened. And then I was like, oh, there's two sons. They're brothers. Why didn't we introduce any?
I thought that it was an older version of Crystal. Crystal.
Yeah, her first fuck buddy.
Yeah. Who's now a villain.
Yeah, what an unexpected turn. I really wasn't planning on it. It's the thing where I remembered. Oh.
Also, Daemon and his wife?
There's a lot of characters, and trying to keep them all in order, and they all have kind of somewhat similar sounding names, and trying to keep it all in order, that's what was happening with Game of Thrones. That's why I struggled.
I still like it.
It's fun. I love the politics.
Yeah.
It's great.
Brutal, graphic.
Yep. Fun, Not for everybody, I'll admit.
Oh no, if you love Lord of the Rings, and you're like, this is just enough violence for me, don't ever think that it's okay for you to walk into Game of Thrones.
Just enough violence for... I did think about that, watching the latest episode of Rings of Power, was, as we were watching and the fight was going on...
You can't see me, but I'm raising my right fist into the air. Because that was awesome!
But as I was saying...
No, bro, that was so sick. Go ahead.
As I was saying, if we were watching the fight going on, and I was like, in the Rings of Power episode, with the, all of the war...
Yeah, but which one? There was multiple fights.
It's just any of them. Stop interrupting me.
But I want to know.
I was thinking, if it was an episode of Game of Thrones, somebody would have lost a limb or an eye or would have died.
Yes. Yes.
Everyone walked away generally fine, except for the one person. Yeah, I won't include spoilers here. But yeah, I was like, this is the difference between Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings, is how just wanton killing there is of your main cast.
Do you remember what I said before we watched it?
Hmm.
I feel a need to return to Middle Earth.
You say that before we watch every episode.
Yeah, because I love Middle Earth.
Yeah.
I loved watching the Numenor.
Numenor?
Numenorians. The Numenorians coming in on their horses. Oh.
It was cool. I didn't expect them to be there. I didn't think they would make it in time.
They could traverse that land.
I keep thinking of
They have horses.
I keep thinking it's gonna be Game of Thrones, where failure, death.
Well, no, they failed in the end.
Well, just kind of.
And we got to watch Mount Doom erupt.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of explain why
I was
everything's
sitting
so
here
desolate.
trying to avoid spoilers. What?
Spoilers of what? You already know how it ends.
The episode! In case someone else
This
hasn't seen
little
it.
curly-haired fuck drops a ring in there. And then
Stop talking away from the microphone. My God, I'm watching this man literally turn his whole body away from the mic to pantomime dropping the ring into the volcano.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a great episode.
It was very good, yes.
I liked it. Good acting. No, it was just choreography. It was really good.
It was. There was minimal acting. I really expected her to die, by the way.
She made it, though.
She did. I did not think
We're
she
talking
would.
about Theo's mom. I can't remember her name.
Bronwyn?
Yeah, Bronwyn.
I don't like that name.
Okay, well...
Just in general.
You be you.
Well, it's just like I don't like the name Brad either.
So the MCU had huge announcements this week, which...
Yes.
What the hell? Why now?
We're just announcing things at random nowadays.
But, okay. Black Panther 2 just got a new... Black Panther Wakanda Forever got a new trailer.
Yes. It looks convoluted. I already feel lost.
I won't be able to see it in theaters due to obvious circumstance of taking care of these 3 children.
What's the third one?
You.
I'm a child.
Watching Namor with his stupid winged sandals floating through the sky.
Yeah.
I can't believe they brought that in.
It's getting to the point where I think I'll just turn my brain off nowadays. Like, I won't bother to keep up with names or plot threads.
Did you see her in her Black Panther suit?
No, I was getting overwhelmed. It was just so much stuff, and like I hate the dramatics of trailers nowadays. You know.
It's right at the very end. My only problem with the suit is not only does it look like Black Panther, but there's a lot of curves.
Well, she's a curvy person.
I know.
Well, it's form-fitted.
I know.
I would expect it to be that way.
I know.
What's your issue then?
I'm a guy.
Oh.
That's it. Otherwise, I'm super excited for this. I don't know how this is gonna go. Did you see any footage of Ironheart?
Nope.
She's in there.
Oh, is she?
Yep.
Then I might have, and it just might have gone over. It's again, like it's at the point where it's like I don't know.
It's very brief.
I'm sure. I sit there and I watch like She-Hulk, and I smile and I go, that might be a reference, but I don't get it, and I'm tired of acting like I'm gonna get them all.
Okay. Black Panther 2. I hope it works out.
I'm sure it's gonna do amazing in the box office. I don't know how good the story will be. It's hard to tell based off of only a trailer.
It's gonna be fun to watch Marvel trying to tackle in Aquaman-esque story.
Yeah.
Especially when they have the one original Aquaman.
Mm-hmm. Also, in Marvel world, Deadpool 3 finally announced. It's happened.
Okay.
with Ryan Reynolds and special guest Hugh Jackman.
I was saving that one. I was going backwards.
Oh.
Up through it. But
I didn't know your plan. I just wanted to talk about Deadpool.
Everyone's freaking out. Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine. It's gonna be Deadpool 3. And here's my opinion on this. Deadpool.
Yeah.
Legitimately funny.
Yes.
Actually a good superhero film.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take itself so seriously. I remember watching it in the theaters by myself after it was like in its 12th week.
Okay.
It was very specific. I ordered nachos.
Nice. The worst food to order in a theater.
A hot dog.
I'm gonna say.
An icy.
Jesus.
And
This
they
was
gave
your
me...
dinner plans, wasn't it?
No, I went home for dinner. And they gave me this little, like, you know, that, like, you put, like, ranch dressing to go for your wings kind of cup thing.
Nope. But I'll take your word for it. I can picture something.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways, they gave me some jalapenos in there. And I was like, I need more. And so they gave me another one. I was like, no, I need more.
Just harassing these people, giving them all.
I'm not harassing them. I'm telling you, I need more. And I ran out of nacho cheese like I thought. And I take a chip and pickled jalapeno and I just eat it. I ate the hot dog in a second.
We've gotten so far away from Deadpool.
Okay. My favorite part, watching it in the... Hey,
Babies. You wake up?
He's so cute. Look at him. Anyways, my favorite part, watching that movie in the theater with a bunch of old white people.
Why did a bunch of old white people go to see it?
Because I watched it in the middle of the day.
Oh!
It was like a
Thursday. Your lunch plan.
No, I just had nowhere to go. So I just was like, I'm not going home. I'm just going to go watch Deadpool.
Yeah? Did they all love it?
Yeah, they enjoyed it. But there's a quick scene where Wade is living in... who's the blind girl's?
Oh, what is her name? It's like Alice or something.
Anyways, this quick shot, if you rewatch it, he's staring at a stuffed unicorn and masturbating really quickly.
Yeah.
And that just killed me. I just caught it and I just couldn't hold on. And I was like, that was hilarious. Deadpool 2, funnier than shit.
It is hilarious. I like Deadpool 2 a lot more than I like Deadpool 1.
Yeah, it's a huge improvement. So where do you go from there?
Up. Higher and higher. Funnier and funnier.
So, in both movies, he's constantly made fun of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Mm-hmm. And now he gets to fight Hugh Jackman.
Do you think he's going to actually fight Hugh Jackman? Do you think it's going to be a bit like Cable, where they'll fight, but they're also friends by the end of it?
Yeah. I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
I would love to see the behind the scenes for this one, because I think that's going to be a lot of fun too.
Have you seen Hugh Jackman's getting ready for it?
Yep.
He's bulking up again.
Getting back into the game.
So I'm super excited for that. That was an awesome announcement. We already had Xavier show up.
Yeah. I
think the next one to show up should be Magneto.
I mean, that makes sense. That's the like natural order of things. We'll see.
Maybe. Armor Wars was supposed to be an MCU television show.
Yeah. Starring
Don Cheadle's
War Machine.
Yeah.
Rhodey. Woo.
Yeah. Rhodey Rhodes?
No, that sounds dumb. I think Rhodes is just his last name, and they call him Rhodey.
Okay, anyways, ignore my stupidity.
I was like, but you don't sound wrong.
It was supposed to be a television show, and they've decided this doesn't work. So they canceled it.
Bummer.
And they brought it back as a full-fledged theatrical film.
Woo!
Now, here's the fun part. It will be Rhodey. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the name of Ironheart's girl, but she'll be part of it.
Like the actress?
The character.
Oh, I don't know why I bothered asking for clarification, because I don't know.
And there are rumors that Rhodey will be talking to an AI Tony Stark, in which Robert Downey Jr. will come back to reprise.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it'd be a cute cameo, but like, I don't know. Like, they're dead. Leave them be.
Well, why wouldn't he have built his own AI about himself?
He probably would have, but why? Like, he's gonna take over Friday or something?
He would basically be Jarvis.
So Friday?
Jarvis.
Friday took over after Jarvis.
Yeah, because Jarvis became Vision.
Yeah, so he had Friday. We're getting to the point where I like Friday. I liked her. She was fun. I wanted her to become a robot.
So that sounds fun. And then Thunderbolts.
Yeah. I'm not going to care much about this until it actually gets close enough where it'll actually start airing or something.
Thunderbolts, we talked about it in the last episode. But one of the biggest problems is Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes.
Right? The actor who played him has passed away, sadly. Mm-hmm. So apparently these are these rumors that Marvel and Disney went out to go find someone to replace William Hunt.
Yeah, who'd they get?
Supposedly, and these rumors are running even deeper and deeper than I think, or would have thought they should be.
Mm-hmm.
But during D23 Expo, right, where Disney announced all sorts of stuff at the end of September.
Yeah.
They wanted to announce that Thunderbolt Ross was going to be Harrison Ford. Kathleen Kennedy of Lucas Arts, or Lucasfilms, got upset because they're working on Indiana Jones 5 and didn't want them to steal, get this, thunder. And supposedly the rumors are that the character Thaddeus will be replaced, the actor, my bad, will be replaced by Harrison Ford.
That'd be cool. I think he could do it.
I think so too.
I don't know who else you could get for it. I can't think of anybody, you know?
Me either.
Neat.
So there you go. Marvel. All that. Overwatch 2, I found this interesting, drops tomorrow.
It does, to a resounding, hey, gone.
Because look at what Activision Blizzard just went through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it more fun to talk about the negativity of things?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I guess. Do you think this is a positive thing? To shut down servers for your perfectly functioning game?
It makes logistical sense to me.
If they want to force you to spend more money on them.
Look. Throw it all the way back around. Hocus Pocus 2. Right?
Yes.
Me being that much older and watching Hocus Pocus 2 and just going, I didn't like it, it's not for me. There might be 1,000 kids out there, 1,000 little girls who are so excited and that's their new thing.
That is true. That is something I think a lot of people forget is just because you do or don't like something, that doesn't mean everyone feels the same way.
Yeah, just because I was there for the first one.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, some little girl might be sitting there watching the first one and think that one's just dumb and bad.
Maybe it's kind of creepy and scary.
Weird that they keep talking about virgins with such vitriol in their voices.
But, yeah, you gotta understand that, at least I do. This is the way I think. It's, you know, I don't want Mufasa the Lion King.
Are we still talking about Overwatch?
Okay, Overwatch 2.
I was wondering where this new analogy of yours was going.
I think it's gonna be interesting. Oh, by the way,
yeah.
You know that Dragon Age game that I was talking to you about, and I was like, it was a book?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lied.
It's not a book?
Yeah, I found out it was an actual game.
Oh my god!
And it's a sequel to Inquisition.
Of course, yeah! Yes!
But they wanted to make it more open. I can't remember the name of it.
More open?
Dreaded Wolf? Wolf Dread?
Oh, shit. I've been waiting and waiting. I hope you can romance a dwarf in this one. You can't romance the dwarves in any of them, and the dwarves are all the best characters. Give me a dwarf. Make him hot. I want a dwarf husband.
What games are you looking forward to from now to Feb?
Pokemon.
March. My bad.
Pokemon.
Okay.
That's it. That I can think of.
Nice.
I'm simple, easy to please.
Good.
What about you?
Oh, thanks for asking.
I'm asking right now. What about you?
Callisto Project.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that.
God of War Ragnarok.
Oh yeah. Neat.
Very neat.
Nifty. Swell.
Dead Space.
That comes out? When does that come out?
Fucking January.
Ah, that makes sense.
March 24th, 2023. Do not talk to me. Do not attempt to contact me. Mm-hmm. I will be gone in Europe. An undisclosed location.
Yeah, you sure will.
Just wanted to prove to everyone that I'm very excited for that game.
It's gonna be Resident Evil. In case you don't keep up with the exact dates, or you don't know what country or what region Resident Evil takes place in.
They did that on their own.
Who's they?
Capcom.
What about them?
2004.
Okay.
They did that.
Did what?
They said somewhere in Europe.
They said somewhere in Europe?
Yeah. Did you not know this? Did you not know this? They were like, yeah, somewhere in Europe. Did you know what they called the village?
What?
Pueblo.
No.
You know what they call a house?
What?
A casa.
Oh, God. Somewhere in Europe. Okay.
I kind of screwed this one up in Spanish.
What?
But you know what they call giants?
What?
Gigantes.
No. Jesus. Like, a whole half effort was given. They did the bare minimum.
Do you want to know who the ruler of the castle's name is?
What?
Salazar.
No. Mm-hmm. Wow. Capcom. I expected better.
In case you were really struggling, it's definitely not Portugal.
Somewhere in Europe. Okay.
It's like, and literally, if you just listen, like the first guy, you go into the hut in there,
mm-hmm.
and Leon's like, "Hey, are you okay?" And he does that weird turn.
Yeah.
Right. He's literally speaking Spanish, like, "I'm gonna cut your face open, you bitch," or something like that.
The subtitle says some European language. We don't know for sure.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we're in España. So, box office trolls, let's go.
Trolls, woo!
Number one, Smile. Sorry.
Smile's number one.
Yeah.
I guess because it's, Halloween and whatnot. People need their horror movie fix for October.
This is North American box office, so this doesn't reflect the world.
This is its first week in box office. 22 million?
22.6 million, yep.
Wow. I wonder if it's good. I've heard nothing about it.
Well, what else are you going to watch? Don't Worry, Darling, coming in at number 2, dropping at 64.6%.
Oh, this is its second week and it's already down 64%?
For a total of 32.3 million?
Yeesh. Yikes. That one was dead on arrival, let's all be honest. Woman King also
Actually, I think that did better than this one.
Don't Worry, Darling?
No, Dead on Arrival.
There's a movie called Dead on Arrival?
You bet your ass there is.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me. We got a movie called fucking Smile. Woman King coming in at number 3 with its third week. Wow, it's lined up the first week, second week, and third week at numbers 1, 2, and 3. Down 38%. So, still doing.
Well, you were telling me some issues with it.
Yeah, it's not historically accurate, apparently.
Yeah.
But it is neat. I really liked hearing it was based on real events.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And then I learned it's not historically accurate. And I'm like, oh, that's not cool anymore.
You know what made me interested about it?
Huh.
Was I didn't actually want to watch it.
Yeah.
Not for any
It looks like one of those ones like
reasons.
on a rainy summer day you need something to watch. So it's either it's like Jaws or this, just some action thing.
Yeah, I feel like I would watch it in my weird spare time and just go, that was interesting. Let's do the deep dive.
Yeah,
and
have
just
more fun.
Hit my phone and just be like, let's find this out, and then find a podcast like George Carlin's like Hardcore History and just be like, oh, I got it.
George Carlin. Different George Carlin.
Yeah, different. Not the comedian. The historian.
I was like, he definitely...
He's not even a historian.
Didn't have a podcast. Which one? Podcast George Carlin?
Hardcore History?
Hardcore History. He's not a historian? I think we could call him a historian by this point. Have you seen the podcast?
Very good. If you really want to learn about history, if you're kind of curious about something, check that one out. I've been listening to him for years. He comes out with like 4-hour episodes.
I think he's really, really famous.
He is famous. Hey, I probably shouldn't have plugged him.
He was in that episode of Twilight Zone.
There was also and that was the fun part.
Adam Scott in that episode. Do you remember that?
Who's Adam Scott?
He's he's in Parks and Rec. He's in Severance. That's his name, right? Am I having a stroke?
No.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the main character of Severance?
Yes.
I heard that was a good show.
Is that his Severance?
Hmm?
We watched it.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No.
Yes.
We don't have Apple TV.
But we watched it.
How could we watch it if we don't have Apple TV?
But we used to have Apple TV.
No.
Yes. Don't do this to me. I am very gullible.
Adam Scott is very fun.
Is his name actually Adam Scott?
Yes.
Number 4, by the way, with the box office, the re-release of fucking Avatar. What a nerd.
Hold on.
My movie made billions. Let's put it back in theaters.
Calm down, everyone.
Yeah.
Avatar. James Cameron's Avatar.
The blue people, by the way. Not the fun Avatar.
Because they re-released it, re-edited it, supposedly, and I can't say that this is true because I refuse to rewatch it because I don't think it's that great of a film. But that's just me personally talking about things.
You know what I heard?
They took away the hair sex scenes.
They took away the hair sex. Because I bet they realized that was really weird. It doesn't
make any sense for the sequel.
It's really weird. Yeah, it's going to be really, really weird when their, like, children are running around jamming their hair into, like, their horses. So they can fucking, like, because that's how it worked. That's because you would jam your ponytail into, like, the fucking head of your flying beast or whatever. And
Barry, get over here. I need to show my hair in my ear.
But they also would jam their hair together for sex. And so it's going to be weird when their, like, fucking kids are running around on their, like, water horses with their hair shit going on.
Oh my god, is Avatar Bestiality?
Yeah. It's weird. It's a bad movie.
That's so wrong. Ugh.
Number 5, Bros. It's not even doing that bad. 4 million in box office first week.
So Bros is a openly
LGBTQIA plus. It's starring Billy.
She memorized it. I just know I can't say it.
Yeah, it's got Billy Eichner. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. He's in it. He's starring in it. It looks fine. It's just, I think now was the worst time ever to release this movie.
Yeah, especially in October.
Yeah.
Like, put it more closer to, I don't know, Thanksgiving? Or closer to Gay Pride?
Yeah,
or Gay Pride Month?
Which one? June? July? Which one is it? It's one of the J ones. I don't remember which one.
I don't know. I don't own it.
Yeah, and also, like, you watching the trailers. I get it. Watching the trailers, it clearly takes place, like, during summer or some shit. It's just, why release it in, like, oh, it's time for the spooky, scary Halloween vibes. Here's our adorable little rom-com. No, Billy.
You know who also made this dumb mistake? With releasing a film about a subject matter that has nothing to fucking do with the time you're in?
Easter.
Yep.
With, what's his name?
Joe Coy.
An Easter movie in, like, the middle of
Easter
fall.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Makes no... Not even a fall.
No.
The dog days of summer.
Like...
That's when he released it.
Like...
That makes no sense. Hey, you know what I'm really desiring out of this shitty, lackluster August? An Easter movie.
Yeah. It's like, you know what? We have this sweet Christmas movie. Let's fucking release it in March. Why? Why isn't our movie getting any numbers? It's a mystery, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Number 6. I don't know any of these. What is this?
Penny and Ceylon.
Oh, that didn't help me. Is it from Bollywood?
Yeah, it's a Bollywood film.
Okay.
I don't know much. I just was able to read it.
Okay. Number 7, Barbarian. I don't even know about this one.
Barbarian is a 2-week-old horror film about someone who does Airbnb and then people actually were there to murder them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Keeping it relevant with the times, you know what I mean, boys?
You made it to the top 7. Good job. Number 8, Bullet Train. 9 weeks in, it's still on here? Wow, good job. Well, I guess I should shut my mouth because I saw what's sitting at number 10. But number 9 is DC League of Super Pets. We watched that one.
And I forgot to add that to the list, and this podcast has now gone over an hour.
Oh, we went over an hour a while ago. So, DC League of Super Pets, it was fine. It was boring. It was long. It was very long. What? You can't just sit there in silence. It's a podcast. You have to
I
speak.
know, but you have to take a moment of silence with me.
For what?
Because I did not like this one.
You've just been fucking, like, getting home runs on stinkers lately. First
I have.
This, then Hocus Pocus.
Look, oh my god, do I just keep explaining myself? I love DC. I think it's great. Yes, Crypto, Ace, awesome. They got dogs. I get it. I understand. Oh, have fun. Let's do this movie. Great. Kevin Hart, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Duh. The way they execute it.
It's just boring.
And for a kid's film, 2 hours long?
It's like over 2 hours. It's slow.
And you know what really just made me kick the bucket? Is at the very end as the secret ending.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically just a mini
Black
commercial.
Adam shows up with his dumb...
Get it because
right?
it's an Anubis. Get it because that's another dog.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson already voiced Crypto.
Yeah.
Then he voices Black Adam.
Yep.
Then he voices Black Adam's done mud.
Yep. We get it. It's going to be
and it's all a setup just for you to go watch Black Adam later.
So, my big thing was... So the animals they get... I liked Wonder Woman getting the pig. I thought that was cute. I liked...
Are you going to talk about the squirrel?
Yes, the squirrel! The squirrel makes no fucking sense to me. The squirrel had lightning powers. The squirrel could shoot lightning out of his hands. I was like, yes! Cyborg! He does lightning things. He can help the squirrel to, like, harness his lightning in a way that makes sense. Nope, he gets a fucking ring and becomes a Green Lantern. So now he has lightning abilities and can also do Green Lantern stuff. That's dumb. That is stupid. Why would they do this?
Makes no sense to me either. Warner Brothers Discovery is falling apart. They have 2 movies left to release, and actually 1.
Yeah, because...
But after the whole acquisition, they came down to Don't Worry, Darling, which is already in here.
Yeah.
And the next one is Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Black Adam will probably most definitely make its money back.
Probably.
I would personally watch Black Adam. Not because I don't... Well, I really don't give a shit about Black Adam.
I don't either. I like the character.
I just want to see Dr. Fate and Hawkman.
Yeah.
That's all I want to see. I just want to see other DC heroes show up. Finally.
Isn't that always the thing? It's like, did you hear who's going to be in this Deadpool movie? Wolverine. Oh, cool. I'm going to go see it for him.
Yeah, no. See, that's the thing.
But that's always how it happens.
But I would love to see Ryan Reynolds and Wolverine hang out.
Yes, that is true. Deadpool was a relevant example, but not an accurate example. I guess a more accurate example would be like, Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin is going to be in this movie? Well, and Dr. Octavius? Well, now I want to watch this Spider-Man. I'll tolerate the Spider-Man scenes to see the other characters I like infinitely better.
I don't know. This still sounds like a great pitch.
By the way, with the number 10 in box office, it's Top Gun Maverick. 19 fucking weeks. You can watch it on DVD. It's streaming also. 19 weeks.
Hey, shout out to all you guys buying DVDs. Keep the industry strong.
Yeah.
We are losing numbers. I know not everyone has disc players, but DVDs are far more superior than Blu-rays or HD DVDs.
Listen,
or
I'm an old person. I remember one of VHSs.
I was making fun of her.
I always call them DVDs. Oh God, the audio. Egg, no! Stop
He's got a
wagging your
giant tail of whomping. He's
No.
so cute. Come here.
Yeah, from under
Come
the
here.
desk, dude.
Come on.
What are you doing down there, you silly?
Oh, come here. Yeah, hang out with Daddy and Mommy. Yeah. There we go.
Hey, dude.
So we got Pokemon news.
We do Pokemon news.
So first off,
there's a new Pokemon.
Yep.
Wiglet.
I don't like the way you said that.
I don't like Wiglet, I'm gonna be honest. I think it looks dumb.
I don't think it's appropriate to say that.
I saw it, and I was like, that's a Fakeamon. And then I scrolled slightly up on Twitter, and then more people were talking about it.
And it turns out it's Eminem.
And I was like, it's real? It's just water. I got your joke. No, don't worry. It's just water type, also, which I think is dumb. I'm not a fan. I don't like Wiglet much. And I know people love it because of the memes, but meh.
What did you say it's based on? Udon?
No. It's Gooey Duck.
Ugh.
It looks like... I think so, at least.
Okay, those who don't know what Gooey Duck is...
Yeah. Look it up. Look up Gooey Duck Lick Salt. It's hilarious. It's fun.
No.
No, do that. Do that.
No,
Stop
don't.
this podcast
Don't.
right now.
No.
And Google image Gooey Duck Lick Salt. It's
How do
great.
I describe this thing?
It's just an oyster.
Yes, it is. Supposedly.
It's a clam creature.
Just imagine
Doesn't it sound so cute when you call
a
it that?
shell that's like 2 round balls and then this giant white neck of monster coming out.
It looks like a dick. That's the funny thing about it.
Yeah, it looks like a dick.
It's
And
like a big old dick.
it's a giant long necked snail.
Yeah. Well, it's
So-
not a snail.
It is a snail.
Is it?
It's a crustacean.
It's a clam creature.
So I've been playing Legends of Arceus.
You have.
I haven't beaten it, but I'm really enjoying it.
Good.
I think it's fun.
You were so sure you wouldn't enjoy it,
Yeah.
too.
And
I'm glad you've proved yourself wrong.
by continuing to play it.
Yeah.
I'm working on my Pokedex. It's so much fun.
I'm glad you're enjoying that part.
This is the first time in my adult life since Black and White where I've actually enjoyed building out my Pokedex.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hot shit. There was one last thing about Pokemon news, and one last thing for the podcast.
So, I want everyone, if you have moments to play Pokemon Go or you play Pokemon Go, it's just send a message to Niantic. You suck.
So what are you upset about them so much for?
And these events are lackluster.
It's very boring. Like, I barely open Pokemon Go nowadays.
I finished the Fashion Week, which was this last week,
And
and I did it within, 2 hours?
Not even. Like
No.
10 minutes.
I literally sat on my couch and finished it.
Yeah.
And then I was reading about it, and I was like, so the coveted Pokemon was a shiny Absol with sunglasses?
Yeah, a shiny that you can't even take out of the game because it's wearing this stupid accessory.
Guess what my third fucking Pokemon was? I have it. I can't use it.
Yeah, none of them are good for battle or anything, you know?
Yeah.
Pokemon Go, even when it's a new Pokemon, I'll open it, and if I need a Pokemon, sometimes I'll catch it, sometimes I'll forget I need it. And what I usually do is I just check all the Pokemon on my screen to see if they're shiny, and inevitably when none of them are, I just close the game, and then 4 days later I go back to that.
Yeah.
I think it's gotten to the point where it's probably going to kick a bucket soon. I don't think there's anything more we can add to the game to make it more engaging. I also think, travel AR games kind of lost all their thunder during the pandemic, you know? I'm not going to feel very motivated to run across the city to find a fake CG Pokemon on my phone.
Yeah, I try not to run across cities, but I will typically drive.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Gas prices have gone up.
You know what I mean. But yeah, it's not really doing its job of getting me up and going.
Okay, so this is Coffee Break, episode 51.
Believe it or not, our plan was to have it only be an hour long.
This is a calamity.
We spent so long talking about Hocus Pocus. But it's our calamity. We're Ganon now.
Don't put your hand on my shoulder and pretend like we're friends.
right, I guess we'll see you next week. I think this week was a bit of an off one, trying to get back into it, especially now with new puppy.
Yeah, new puppy, problem.
I think we've learned a lesson, though.
Put him down.
No.
Jokes. I'm not gonna kill the puppy.
Go on potty break before we start recording. That's what I learned.
Well, I learned that back in episode 25.
Well, why didn't we do it this time?
Well, potty breaks for me.
No. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.